everyone, my name is Naomi and I'm the video tutor for economics here with the Elucidate team. Today we'll be talking about linkages between economies. To start off with, let's give an example of what an international economy really looks like. Let's imagine Australia wants tomatoes, but Australia doesn't produce enough tomatoes to meet its demand. So it goes to economies all throughout the world to look for tomatoes that they are willing to sell. This is an example of a linkage between an economy. In total, there are 4 linkages between economies: trade, tourism, migration, and investment. So let's move on to the first one, trade. First linkage, trade, refers to the movement of goods and services between economies. So this calls back to our first example of tomatoes being a good being traded from other economies into Australia. In this case, tomatoes are being imported into Australia. Australia itself also sells a lot of products that other countries want, such as China, who wants steel. Since they don't have the iron ore to produce steel, they import steel from Australia, who exports it to China. This is an example of a linkage between economies. The second linkage between economies would be tourism. Tourism refers to the temporary movement of people between economies. So let's say someone from economy A goes to economy B for a holiday, and they spend money on goods and services in economy B, therefore putting money into that economy. An example of this would be someone from, say, Indonesia coming over to Australia and spending money on souvenirs, such as kangaroo plushies or Australia hats and scarves. In this case, their money is being put into the Australian economy. The third linkage between economies is migration. This is similar to tourism in that it involves the movement of people between economies. The only difference is that migration is permanent. This means people moving from economy A into economy B stay in economy B. For example, if someone from, say, France moved to Australia, they would be importing their skills, knowledge, experience, money, and assets into the Australian economy, and it would stay there. So now this means this person is living in Australia, buying their groceries, their fuel, all of their necessities within the Australian economy, and that is what creates that linkage. The last linkage between economies is investment, and this refers to foreign financial capital being moved between economies. But the question you're probably asking is, what is foreign financial capital? Well, financial capital can be anything that can be bought or sold, but cannot be held, therefore excluding it from being a good or a service. This could be stocks, loans, or bonds. So if you've ever heard of government bonds being used to trade or to sell, that's probably what they're referring to. In this sense, investment is just the transferal of these financial capital between economies. For example, if an Australian citizen took a loan out in China for $50 million, that $50 million creates a linkage between the Australian economy and the Chinese economy. And that's it, 4 linkages between all economies throughout the world. If you have any questions or if you need further clarification, don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you for watching. My name is Naomi and I'm part of the Elucidate team, a not-for-profit organization that helps young people succeed at school.